One night in 1997, my husband George and I were shopping at the mall. In a common area near the food court, we heard a voice calling, "George Kelly." A security guard headed our way. "Mr. Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen." I looked at George and wondered, what's going on? "Anybody here named George Kelly?" the guard said louder. "Yes," I said, "right here." "There's an emergency. Call home." My throat tightened up. "What kind of emergency?" He said, "I don't know. Just call home. Is your cell phone working?" I forgot to turn it back on. My hands were shaking, so I gave George my phone. He dialed our number. He said, "What's wrong?" "I see." He did what? They did what? Is everybody okay? All right, we'll be home soon." I said, "Oh my gosh, what happened?" "I feel lightheaded." "Lynn, you're not gonna believe it." "What? Is everything okay with the kids?" He said, "Yeah, there's no emergency. April's running a fever. Mike and his friend thought it would be funny to recreate the movie Scream. They put on the killer's mask and scared the girls to death." Are you kidding? "Oh, it gets better." The boys climbed onto the roof and stomped around and banged on the skylights. The dogs wouldn't stop barking, and the girls screamed bloody murder. Oh my gosh! We need to go! Hurry! My heart pounded the whole way home. I didn't know if it was because I was still scared or so mad I wanted to kill the boys. The kids were fine. Well, all but Mike. He was 17 at the time. This was 22 years ago, and he's still grounded. I tell you that story because when I first heard the word emergency, I freaked out. It triggered my anxiety, which has been a lifelong problem. Only this time, it got worse and worse as George kept talking. In that moment, I forgot one of the most important stress control techniques I have ever learned. It's 1980. I was pregnant with our first child and had a lot of anxiety, more than usual. But in the childbirth classes, I learned a valuable technique, cleansing breath, also known as deep breathing. Research has proven deep breathing gets more oxygen into your bloodstream, which helps calm your body and helps you think more clearly. There are several ways you can do it. This is what works for me. Inhale on a count of 4, hold it for 4 more, then exhale on a count of 4. Do this 4 times. When you want to flee, cleansing breaths are the key. The next time you are in a situation that is stressful, I don't know, say a speech contest, you can use this technique. Why don't we do it together. First, inhale slowly and deeply through your nose. Hold it, 2, 3, 4. Now slowly release it through your mouth. I use deep breathing whenever I feel stressed, which is every day. Recently, I got a call from my sister. Dad passed out at church. An ambulance is taking him to the hospital. My chest clenched, but this time I remembered. It calmed me, so I was able to drive to the hospital to be there for my mom and dad. Thankfully, they didn't find anything wrong, and Dad was released the next day. The next time you are in a stressful or scary situation, let's say you're watching a movie, I don't know, Scream, for example, or your hairdresser's having a bad day and she butchers your hair. Or you get that dreaded phone call in the middle of the night. When you want to flee, cleansing breaths are the key. You don't have to have someone jumping out from behind a door, or teenagers recreating scary movies to experience fear or anxiety. When faced with stress or an emergency, don't do what I did that day and let fear take control of you. Instead, practice this easy to implement technique so you are the one in control. When faced with stress, remember, no matter what the danger, no matter what the fear, when you want to flee,